Hi guys, welcome back. So, another great day of Champions League now. Well, let's go over Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. So as you can see on the screen, Bayern was gonna do a 4-2-3-1, which to me it looked like it, but for the most part, I saw it as a 4-2-4 because Müller he came super high on the pitch like this, close to Kane, but always to the right hand side of Kane. And throughout the match, you're gonna see tactical changes that modify this because Sané and Musiala they weren't wings. They were more like on this side, inside, so that Kimmich and Masuari can go up. So it was interesting to see that because the Real Madrid defense struggled the first 15 minutes to find the person that they had to defend. So it was really good to see. But I have it as a 4-2-4 as I was saying. Real Madrid they were doing a 4-3-3, and I saw it the same way. But as always, that's what they attack. But when they defend, Rodrigo drops a little, and they do like a 4-2-2. Um, and if you notice, they were doing the same thing that they did against Manchester City, with Vinicius and Rodrigo on the same side, trying to take advantage of that. Very early in the game, like I was saying before, you could see that Sani and Musiala, they were like between the midfields and the defensive line, but they weren't open like that. So they were between Nacho, Kroos, and Mendy, Valverde, Vasquez, and Rudiger. So which meant that Masewari and Kimmich had to go like up like that. But like I was saying before, Mueller also was behind Nacho, between Nacho and Mendy, or between Rudiger and Nacho. And Kane always pretty much with Rudiger. So it was a lot. It was like that, and Real Madrid didn't know how to contain that because Valverde, as you can see here, Valverde is trying to be with Mazaraoui and same with Sané with Vasquez. So and Musiala was doing the same with Rodrigo was trying to cover Kimmich and Musiala with Mendy. So it was tough because then Kroos and Tchouaméni had to cover Kane and Muller. So um, they were really taking advantage of that, as you can see on this picture too. I like this other picture because, as you can see, Tchouaméni is also trying to help Valverde. And like I was saying before, Mueller is always trying to make sure that Nacho, not to be a reference, so that Nacho is confused and Mendy is confused. And Musiala was always like that. So it was pretty good in the first 10 15 minutes. And if you see in this picture, I like this because what happened when, in this case, Mueller went to this side and Sané just came a little more to the middle and came here with Nacho. Rudiger didn't know what reference he had to cover, so Sané would actually go into the back of Rudiger, like you can see that, and Sané had two clear chances in the first half just by doing that. So it was good tactical perspective, but Sané couldn't take advantage of that. Then because you don't take chances against Real Madrid is gonna make you pay for it. So, but as you can see, where the magic of Toni Kroos happens, because Real Madrid know that they knew that they weren't gonna have the ball. So on this case, what did Vinicius Junior did? He dropped. So Vinicius he dropped here to the middle of the park, and Kim was following him. But that left a huge space behind his back, like as you can see that in the picture. So and obviously Vinicius is way faster than Kim, so he just followed through and scored against Neuer. But if you look at that space in the back against Vinicius Junior, it's a lot of space. Well, and to be honest, not much to say in the first half. On the second half, as soon as it started, we had a tactical change from we had two tactical changes from Thomas Tuchel. So he put him Guerreiro for Goretzka, which to me at the time didn't make sense. I thought Goretzka was playing better than Leimer, and it was still a 4 3-3 in a way, like that it should have been. But and then Musiala and Sane change sides, so they were doing it like that. But Guerrero, he's not as defensive, so he's more like an attacking here. But Miller is also attacking, so it was like this because he had to defend, but he's not as defensive. So it was like this, almost like a 4-1-2-3, like that. So it was pretty good because in the second half, Musiala really destroyed Vasquez and Valverde. Nobody could take him honestly. And Sane was doing the same thing against Rodrigo, Mendy, Kroos, and Nacho. Like those, he was playing really well. But Real Madrid, on their mind, they came on the second half to have the back line was higher, as you can see in this picture. But that's when Leimer, who had an excellent second half, he crossed the ball to Sane, who was all the way over here. So Leimer crossed it all the way over here because Real Madrid had a high defensive line. He crossed it, and Sane, he just goes against Mendy and he shots. But I like to point out what Müller is doing and what Kimmich is doing because, like I was saying, the Real Madrid defense didn't know what reference to take. So Müller is taking care of Kroos and Nacho and Rodrigo. And Mendy doesn't know if he has to go with Sane or with Kimmich. So it's really smart on that aspect when you don't have the ball. And a couple minutes later, I would say a similar play, but in this case, Müller had the ball. And as you can see, he's gonna cross it to Musiala all the way to the left. But again, look at where Grimaldo is. Yeah, I'm sorry, Guerrero is. So then Rudiger doesn't know what to do because he's against Vasquez. Then, like I said, Kane is also trying to confuse Rudiger and Nacho. And Son is the same, it's doing the same thing. So, in a way, the defensive line didn't know what to do. And obviously, Musiala did an excellent job. And it was a penalty kick, and Kane took it. Really good. After the 2-1, Ancelotti said, Rodrigo, you're gonna go to the right side. And they were doing it like this. Again, and the defensive line was super high. But this meant that Mazzori is not gonna go as high. And it worked for a while because Real Madrid had more of the ball at the time. Well, then Nacho, Camavinga came for Nacho. But that meant that Tchouaméni was gonna drop, play on the right hand side, Rudiger on the left, and Camavinga was gonna be the number 6. So it was like this. And as you can see now, look where Tchouaméni and Rudiger are. Real Madrid was really going for it. And they created a few chances. Then Modric came in for Kroos, and Brahim Diaz came in for Bellingham because Bellingham didn't have a good match, to be honest. He was tired. He didn't run as much. It's understandable. Anyway, so as you can see, the formation was the same. But you can see that with fresh legs, Real Madrid had more the ball and more chances in a way. But Bayern, they didn't keep attacking. And then Gnabry came in for what's his name? For Müller. And he was doing exactly the same thing, being next to Kane or dropping here. But as soon as Gnabry came in, the next play, you're gonna see that Vinicius makes an excellent run and he crosses it to Rodrigo. But look what Kim is doing. Look, there's like 6 people around Vinicius and Rodrigo. 6 different Bayern defenders, and they're gonna make a penalty kick there. Honestly, it's a huge mistake from Kim, but that's what happens against Real Madrid. And then Vinicius took the penalty kick and he scored. Then in the last minutes, Joselu came in for Rodrigo, but that changed the formation a little bit because then Brahim was gonna go to the right, Vinicius still to the left. So it was like this, and Davies came in for Sane, but that meant that Davies was gonna play on the left and Musiala on the right again. And to be honest, it didn't change much in the game. Those last minutes, but I really like how Musiala and Sane were doing those changes with Müller really sneaky, trying to confuse the backline. And excellent match. So we're gonna see what happens in the Bernabeu next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.